Cancer. When you hear it, what words come to your mind? Killer? Family ruiner? It's a word we never want to hear. But I heard it when my 13-year-old sister was diagnosed with it. I remember the whole world stopping, and I knew it was going to be a long process, something we may or may not win.
It was devastating. I mean, cancer is not a word that you ever want to have associated with one of your children.
Bad.
Yeah? Why'd you feel bad?
Because he was always there.
What are some things you remember about Haley?
Of many kids are strong, kids are robust. One of the reasons I went into my field, they fight, and she was a fighter.
How does that make you feel as a parent?
Haley's gone 9 months yesterday, and some days it seems like she was a memory, a dream that never even happened, and other days it feels like it was just yesterday I had her in my arms. And then other times I look and I'm thinking, there's no way it's been 9 months.
But she always put a smile on her face when somebody made her happy or showed her love. That's missing.
Name some words that describe Haley before and after her diagnosis.
Some words. The first thing that comes to mind is smile, because she smiled before and after, so that's the big one. And then she was just always joking and up to speed before. Afterwards, she kind of, had to get back to that because of all the treatments and everything. So afterwards, I feel like a word that described her is spirited, because her spirits were always up no matter what, anytime I saw her. And then beautiful before and after, completely.
What is leukemia and how does it affect the body?
So cancer is an uncontrolled growth of cells, and cancer can arise in many tissues. Leukemia specifically is a cancer of the bone marrow. Leukemia literally means white blood, and that's because when people first recognized it, they realized that the blood was full of white cells, and those white cells are abnormal. They're the cancer cells. So, the modern definition of leukemia is a cancer of the bone marrow, and the symptoms of having cancer in your bone marrow. One of the main symptoms is your bone marrow can't do its normal job, and your bone marrow's normal job is to make immune cells and red blood cells and platelets that are the formed elements of your blood. And when your bone marrow is filled up with leukemia, you aren't making those things, and that can cause all sorts of complications like infection, bleeding, anemia, and many others.
I was actually the physician on call on the evening when Haley came in when she was very sick, and I just remember she just seemed like she just didn't feel well at all. But I remember she told me she wanted to be a photographer, and so I thought that was really cool.
Well, how was Haley with school not there?
Oh, that was difficult because all me and Ashley had ever known was we were going to go to high school and be with Haley and everything, and it was going to be the best years of our lives and everything. And then when she wasn't there, it was like everything just went kind of downhill. We started having a lot of problems with our grades and everything, and we were like, it's because we're so stressed, we just want Haley back with us because she made everything so much easier, so it was really hard.
She wasn't very open with you. How did you get her to open up?
I think by using humor and meeting her where she was at and naturalizing, because my first biggest memory of Haley was, I want to get out of here. What do I have to do to get out of here? And just saying, I don't blame you, and I'm glad that you don't want to be here, and don't ever feel like you need to be here. And we're going to work together to figure out how to help you be at home as much as possible. And so I think just hopefully, I hope that by validating how she was feeling was perfectly normal and natural, and that we weren't going to judge her for that, and that we were going to try to do no 100% guarantees, and it'd never be perfect, but we would try to find that middle ground of trying to give her quality. And you know, in the beginning we really thought she would be able to beat this, and it's not her fault, it's just bad fate.
My thoughts and my fears were losing my child. They gave us 75% chance of survival rate for Haley because of her age bracket. She was in a high risk bracket. But her only fear was that she wouldn't be able to graduate with her class. And, you know, later on, we revisited the diagnosis day with Haley in a conversation, and I was asking her, I said, baby, how do you feel? Are you scared? And she told me she wasn't scared, that she knew God had her, and that whatever happened to her was God's plan, and there was something that we could do to change it. But that her only fear at that point was running out of food and possibly not being able to finish school and graduate the same year that her friends were. But she knew that she would get to graduate, and she didn't get that chance.
Promise me, Haley, that you are braver than you know, stronger than you think, and more beautiful than you can ever imagine. Rest in peace, baby.